So, surds. What are the most basic rules for surds? And first of all, what exactly is a surd? Um, Sheena, I guess then you never see a surd before. Never.
No.
What if I tell you that was a lie? I sure you see surds before. Basically, anything with a square root sign is a surd. So some examples of this would be square root of 16. That's a surd. Did you know that?
Not until now.
That's all. Square root of x, square root of 64. Basically, anything that has a square root sign in it is called a surd. Right? Sheena, by chance, do you know what the square root of 16 is?
4.
Right? Because 4 by 4 gives you back 16. Do you know what the square root of 64 is?
8.
Right, 8. That's correct. So, what are some basic things to know? So, let's look at the rules for surds. Don't worry, Shay. We'll be doing rationalization today. You'll get your moment. You'll get your moment to shine. I hope you don't make the mistakes with these signs, right? Right. So if you have the square root of a number, let's just say I'm going to use A, right? Shayna, A could be any number. A could be 5, A could be 10, A could be any number, right? So let's just say we have the square root of A multiplied by the square root of A. If you have a situation like this, it's equal to A, right? So it gives you back A. So Shayna, let me show you something really fast. To get back 16, what would you multiply by each other? Or would you have to multiply to get back 16? What by what? What two numbers you'd
4 by
multiply
4.
4 by 4, right? So, and I could write the square root of 4. Tell me, does this mean the same thing as this? Yes or no? So, square root 16, inside the square root sign, I have 4 by 4. Wouldn't 4 by 4 give me back 16?
Yes.
Yeah, so did I change anything? Yeah or no?
No, sir.
No, I didn't change anything because doesn't this still mean square root of 16?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 4 by 4 is 16. And you will come to realize that in surds, if you could write whatever's inside as a product, you could break that up into smaller surds. So Shayna, you see how I have square root of 4 by 4? I can rewrite that as the square root of 4 by the square root of 4. And according to this rule over here, if you're multiplying the same surd, you're going to get back the number on the inside. And so, Shina, if you apply that rule, what is the square root of 4 by the square root of 4? According to
6.
this, wait, Shina, so the square root of 16 is, what's the answer? Square root of 16.
4.
Right. And so we realize that we could have write 16 as 4 by 4. Yes or no? And 16 is 4 by 4.
Yes, sir.
And so I ended up with a product inside of a surd sign. And so I could have take that and wrote it as a product of two smaller surds. So the square root of 4 by the square root of 4. Now, according to the first rule, if you have a surd multiplied by another surd, once it is same, you get rid of the surd. So Sheena, if I have root 4 by root 4, first of all, are they the same surd? Yes or no? Are they the same thing? Root 4, root 4.
Yes, sir.
Right, so that answer is just going to be 4. Can you see that it's following the rule? Check it out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay, let's try
Mhm.
it. Root of 64. So tell me, what two numbers could multiply to give you 64? What two same numbers?
8 and 8.
8 and 8. So what I am saying is, you see how I wrote 64 as a product of two numbers? Well, I could write that as square root of 8 multiplied by the square root of 8. And according to this rule, that would just be equal to 8. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's the first rule you need to understand. The other rule is that if I have the square root of A by the square root of B, so this time two different numbers, I could combine that or separate it if I want, and that would give me the square root of AB. So these are the main things you need to keep in mind. And I will give you all examples of both of these. So Shina, I just gave you an example of square root of 16. So give me an example of another nice square number, Shina. What's a nice square number we could work with? Think of a nice square number other than 16 and 64. Tell me, Shina. So what are some numbers you could easily find the square roots of? Shay and Isaiah, you all can tell me too. What is a nice square number? The crowd real quiet. Shayna, do you know what I mean by square number?
Yes, I know. My square.
Give me an example of a square number then, other than 16 and 64. You say you know what a square number is, so give me an example fast. I feel into insert the SpongeBob meme. One eternity later. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, Shina, would you say that 25 is a square number? Yeah or no?
Yes.
Okay, what about 79? Do you think 79 is a square number? Yeah or no? Don't feel shame. Just tell me what you think. Can I hear it, Shina? Shay, do you think the square root of 79? Do you think 79 is a square number? I'm not hearing you if you're talking. Is 79 a square number?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either because it don't really have any numbers that could, it don't have any two same numbers you could multiply to get back 79. What about 49? Would you say 49 is a square number?
Yes, 49 is a square number.
Right, because you could get, to get 49, and you could say 7 by 7.
Yes.
Right, so let's do an example here. So let's just say I ask you for the square root of 49. Shay, and I could write that as the square root of 7 by 7. Yes, or
Yes.
yeah. And according to the rules we've learned thus far, anytime you have a product inside of a surd, and you could break it up into smaller surds.
Yes.
So I could break this up into root 7 by root 7. And according to this rule, anytime you have the two same surds multiplying by each other, the surds, we get rid of the surd. And so my final answer is just
7.
right. Let me give you an example of this case. What if we had the square root of actually Shay, give me a number that's not square.
82.
82. All right. Okay, so Shayna, do you understand why the square root of 82 would be hard to find? Yeah or no? Shayna,
Because it's not a perfect square.
it's not a perfect square, right? If I ask you what two same numbers you could multiply to get 82, you're gonna scratch your head, right? Even me, I'm gonna scratch my head. I don't know. I don't know. But Shayna, do you agree that we could still write 82 as a product? Yes or no? Of two numbers. Could we still write
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Give me an example. What two numbers you can multiply to get 82? Just give me an example. It can be any numbers. Shina. So I'll give you an example. So 41 by what? What would I have to multiply 41 by to get back 82?
2.
2. So, Shina, can you see that I wrote 82 as a product of two numbers, 41 and 2?
Yes.
So what that means is I could break it up into a product of two smaller surds. So I could write that as the square root of 41 by the square root of 2. Now, Shina, are any of these numbers perfect squares, 41 and 2? Are any of them perfect squares?
Yes.
Yeah. Which one is a perfect square?
Is it not wait, what? Wait, 41.
41?
No, sir.
41 is not a perfect square. Take your time. I think you're talking about 49. 49 would be a perfect square. So, Shina, we agree that none of these numbers are perfect squares, right? So we can't really do anything. We can't simplify that. Understand?
Yes.
Right. Well, let's look at a slightly different example. Okay. Let's just say we had square root of 48. Let's just say we had that. All right, so Shina, I get a feeling that you're a little nervous. Are you a little nervous?
Yes.
Don't be nervous. I'm not judging anybody. I used to make real stupid mistakes. Don't worry, I'm not judging anybody. You could tell me anything. Once you don't tell me something too absurd, like 1 plus 1 is 5. Nah, don't do that. But don't be scared. Don't be scared. So Shina, what two numbers could I multiply to get 48? Give me a guess.
24 and 2.
Say that again.
24 by 2.
24 by 2. You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
4 by 2. But you'll see that there's an easier thing to do. You'll see. Right? But let's continue, right? So you told me 24 by 2. Shay, if you were doing that, you might probably use 16 and 16 by 3. Yeah or no?
Yes, we would.
Because 16 is a perfect square, and then you could have simplified that. But
Yeah.
I'm showing that even if you did go down this route and you did everything correct, you get the same answer. So Shayna, let's continue. So Shayna, according to this rule over here that says if you have a product of surds, you could break it down into smaller surds. What am I going to do here? So what two surds I could break this down into since I have a product of two numbers? So make a guess, Shayna. I have 24 by 2. So what two surds could I break it down into? So check out the example.
24 and 2.
Right? So the square root of 24 by the multiply by
Square root of 2.
exactly by the square root of 2. Now, my question to you is, did we simplify it like as much as possible, or could 24 still be broken up? That's my question. Could we still break up 24?
Yes.
Yeah, we can still break up 24. So break up 24 into product of two numbers for me. So what two numbers you can multiply to get 24?
12.
12 by,
Oh, 12 by 2.
okay, okay. Shina, when I show you the trick after this, you could be like, wow, that's crazy. So right now, I'm showing you how to simplify surds. And I'll put back the square root of 2. So you understand I'm not changing anything, right? I'm not changing anything. I'm just trying to split up the numbers as much as possible. So can you recognize that, Shina? So from this line to this line, I wrote back the root 2, and I just changed 24 to 12 by 2. So you're following so far.
Yes.
Okay. Um, break up this for me. We could break up that into what?
6/2.
Not so fast. We have to break it up into a surd first. So root 12 by root 2 by root 2. You understand what I just now do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now check this out. Check this out, right? We have root 2 by root 2. According to this rule over here, what would root 2 by root 2 give us?
2.
Yeah, it would give us 2. Excellent observation. And so this would now simplify to 2 root 12. 2 root 12. Now, you could still simplify this, you could still simplify this. So 12 could simplify to a product of what? How could you multiply to get 12?
3/4.
3 by 4, right? And so what am I going to break this down into?
400.
Say it properly. So the square root of 4 by the...
Square root of 4 by the square root of 3. Of 3.
Nice. And let me ask you a question. Could we find the square root of 4?
Yes, sir.
What is the square root of 4?
2.
Right? And I can't find the square root of 3, right? You agree that I can't find the square root of 3. So we're just gonna leave
Yes, sir.
positives. And so you end up with 2 by 2, which is
4.
4 root 3. Can we simplify that anymore? And when I say
No, sir.
no, when I ask if we could simplify it more, asking if we could break down this into a product of two numbers. But 3 is an example of a what number, guys? Starts with P. Isaiah, 3 is an example of a what number? Starts with P. When you want to play hangman again or
Prime.
prime. Yeah, 3 is a prime number. You can't divide that anymore. So, phew, Shayna, you're probably looking at that and saying, nah, boy, I really looking. Way. And
You could say so.
I can say so. All right. You want to see a smarter way to do it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, whenever we simplify in surds, this is what we want to do. So, I'm going to write down a tip. This is a tip I would give you guys. Is there a perfect square factor? So, Shina, do you know what a factor is by chance? A factor. Again, don't feel shame.
Factor what?
Do you know what a factor is? I'm gonna take that as a no. Isaiah, you wanna explain what a factor is?
I forgot.
Okay. So a factor is a number that could go into another number without leaving a remainder. That's what a factor is. So, Shay, could you give me an example of a factor for 48? A perfect square factor.
6 and
6?
8, I think. Yeah.
It's nah. Let me look at hey guys, let me just put down some perfect squares, right? Let's do that. So the first perfect square would be 4. Yeah or no? Do you guys agree with me? Perfect square, 4. Perfect squares. Let's look at some perfect squares. So 2 by 2 is 4. What's an example of another perfect square shape? So 2 by 2 is 4. What's next? So 4 is a perfect square. Then so like 2 by 2 is 4. Then 3 by 3.
Is 9 and then 16.
Then continue.
25, then 36
Right.
would be 9.
Right. What after that?
64, then 81,
80,
then
you
100.
said 81,
9 by 9 is 81.
right? And then 100. So
Yeah.
that's enough. That's majority of the perfect squares they need to know. I don't think you need to know any more beyond the scope. So just keep this in mind. So, Sheena, are you still with me? Did I lose you severely? Like, did I lose you?
No, sir.
No. So a factor is just a number that could divide perfectly into another number. So imagine you had 50. Sheena, would you say that 10 is a factor of 50? Could 10 go into 50 without leaving a remainder?
Yes, sir.
Right. So 10 is a factor of 50. What about, so Sheena, I want you to look at these perfect squares, right? And I want you to ask yourself, could any of those numbers go into 50 without leaving a remainder? So 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 81, 100. Which one of those numbers could go into 50 without leaving a remainder?
25.
Right. So I can write 50 as 25 by 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, right? I want you to keep that in mind. So, Sheena, let's look at the easier approach for this question. So this is correct, but this is pressure. This is pressure. This is pressure. I'm going to show you the easier way to do it. Easier. Yeah, so Sheena, square root of 48. I want you to look at 48 and I want you to look at the perfect squares. Could any of the perfect squares go into 48? That's my question for you. So if you're having a hard time with it, what you could do is you could go on the calculator, you could try 48 divided by 4, right? If you get a fraction, that's wrong. Then try 48 divided by 9. Then try 48 divided by 16 and see which one giving you a nice clean answer. So do that for me, Sheena. So which of the perfect squares could go into 48? Which of the perfect squares could go into 48?
16.
16. So to get back 48, you would have to say the square root of 16 by what by 16 gives us back 48? So tell me, Sheena, 48 divided by 16 is?
3.
Right. And
33.
we are going to break it up now. So what two surds could I break that up into?
Square root of 60 and square root of 3.
You should be smiling now because where's the square root of 16?
4.
Right. Did we get the answer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what would you prefer to do in the exam? Numero uno or numero dos? Yeah. Compare this. Compare all of this trouble to this. So anytime they ask you to simplify a surd, you're going to be a little strategic about it. You're going to ask yourself, are there any perfect squares that could go into the number? So are there any perfect square factors? That's the proper thing to say. So you all could start a copy down. I'm not sure how much you already have copied down. Does everybody have this copy down? Yeah or no?
No, not as yet.
Okay, well, right fast. Could everybody see all the information on the screen or is it blurry? Let me know. Is it visible or Isaiah? Could you see everything on the screen?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So here what guys, wait, give me a second. I don't have to copy this down unless I want to reiterate why this is better. You don't have to copy all of this down. This was just a show like that. If you use the trick, it would save you a lot of time. So this is what I want you guys to copy down. You're copying all of this. You are going to copy down the example there. And instead of copying down this, you're going to copy down the easier way. And you're going to copy down the tips. And that's really just to save time. I'll be sending these notes after class. So if you want, you could copy down the longer approach. So begin. So Shayna, anytime they ask you to simplify a surd, what kind of factors are you looking for? Perfect squares or non-perfect squares?
Perfect squares.
Right. And give me an example of a perfect square fast. Fast.
9.
9, yes. Perfect. So Shay, if I said to copy down the notes after class, would you copy it down? You seem like a very honest person. Would you copy it down?
Yeah, I would copy it down.
You would?
Yeah.
Um, Isaiah, well, I know you will copy it down. Yeah, I know you will copy it down. Shina, would you copy it down?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, well, I'll keep that in my mind, right? So as soon as you all have everything on the screen down, let me know. Isaiah, did you always know that you should have used perfect squares?
Yeah.
Or, or you just used to wing it?
Sometimes I just use it perfect squares.
Sometimes you just wing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Shay, do you have everything copied down?
Yes.
Yeah. Shina, what about you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Isaiah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Serena, let me know if you have everything copied down.
Yes, sir.
Shay, you're still in charge of chat duty. So if Serena says something, you gotta let me know.
Yes, sorry. She said yes.
Okay, great. Let's go. So you all can copy down the tip and you can copy down the easier way. So once you know this trick, I mean, you're pretty set for surds. The only other thing you need to know is how to expand. Do you guys use a bunch of colors when you're copying down your notes or like just black and red?
I use like certain colors in certain subjects.
Oh, wait, what color do you use for maths?
Sometimes red, sometimes pink.
Red and pink, angry colors. All right, so for those who are done copying that down, I'm gonna give you all some questions, right? And if you have a Casio, the Casio does all the working for you, by the way, I might add. So Isaiah, if you didn't know that, now you know it. So if you wanted to check what the final answer would be for these kind of questions, the Casio could do that. Isaiah, get a Casio. You're gonna be like, you're just gonna level up, right? From getting close to 100, you're gonna get 100 when you get a Casio. Trust. Right. So as soon as you all are done copying down the notes, I'd like you all to attempt 1, 2, and 3 and send me the working via WhatsApp. Shay, I noticed that you don't try to work in like you don't have equal signs in the working. What's that about? I noticed you do that.
I kind of just forget.
Yeah, how to put the equal sign. So let me get an example. You're going to do some working over here, then you're gonna put on another equal sign, continue the working like that. And you're just gonna keep on going like that until you're at your final answer. Don't forget the equal signs. When I was in secondary school, if I did that, I would have got the whole thing wrong. Yeah, them teachers was real dread. So you don't want to be. Imagine you get the correct answer and you leave out your equal sign, so your marker feel vexed. Them just give you 0. The equal signs. So I expect an equal signs when you sum the answers. So Shina, I'm gonna presume that you finished copying down everything on the screen and you start the questions.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So giving you all, I think 6 minutes is too much. Take 5. Start. All right, so Shina, we get in through, or you would
So
like
far.
so far? All right. Remember yesterday we looked at like terms, how to group together like terms. It's a similar concept over here. So if you see, so Shina, let me get an example, right? If you saw 3 root 2, let me give you an example. So if you had 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2, how much root 2s you have there? Tell me, Shina. If I have 3 root 2s and I added on 2 more root 2s to it, how much root 2s do I have altogether?
If I have 3 group 2s and add on 2 group 2s,
Yeah, exactly.
5 group 2s.
Yeah. So that's literally what you're gonna do. Grouping together like terms. Isaiah, I like that blue you're using. What kind of pen is that? Isaiah, you hear me? I think so. You got the first question correct. The second question, right? Second question is also correct. Third question, let's see. Yeah, the third question is also correct. Excellent job there, Isaiah. Oh, you have one of those eraser pens. I can't trust you now. I can't trust you. You can't trust nobody with them eraser pens. If you know what I mean. Isaiah. So you just do your exams with that same eraser pen?
Yeah, because I don't make too much mistakes.
You can't do that you can't do that for CXE, yeah? Can't do that for CXE. Because in CXE, what does end up happening is when they transport the papers just rub against each other and it's cause friction and heat. And so by the time they're ready to correct your paper, the writing is erased. Did you know that's how the ink works? If there's heat and friction, well, you understand the friction part, but it's really heat. Try writing on something and sticking it in the oven, and it will disappear. So, did you know that before? If you expose that to heat, the writing go erase. Did you know that?
I don't think I was before.
Yeah, so like try writing on something and sticking it in the microwave, and you will see it disappear. Physics. All right, time is up. So, Sheena, how did things go?
Um, so I didn't finish, but I don't think I structured my working properly. I got answer, but I don't think I structured my working properly.
Wait, was
Correctly. I don't know.
I must say, yeah, you definitely step up. So the first question you working is perfect, right? Uh, question two. Let me guess, you didn't write it because you didn't have enough space on your right hand side.
No, it's a habit from school. We just write everything like underneath each other instead of next to it.
Wait, so in question one, that's fine, but in question two, I see you have an equal sign, but then nothing after the equal sign.
I
It,
know, I forgot.
okay, okay, I've lied, but yeah, you get it correct. Did you get through the last question?
I keep getting 11 square root 3, even though it's 14 square root 3.
All right, well let me go. So Shayna and Serena, send me you guys working, and we will proceed. All right, so Shayna, I'm waiting. Send me working.
Just not so I didn't finish last one.
That's okay. That's okay. Send me what you have.
All right.
We do the last one on the screen together. Shay, do you know about difference of two squares?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah,
Do you know about binomial expansion?
I think we did it, but I kind of forgot.
Okay, well, we gonna be doing that today. So hope you remember it.
Yeah,
You'll be fine. Don't worry.
yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, so Serena, excellent. You did some working that I'll just show you. There's some steps that you could skip. Once you become really good at it, you could just skip some steps. So Serena and Sheena, you all pay attention. As you can see, are gonna skip some steps because it don't make sense to put. Right? Sheena, I'm still waiting for you to send me your working.
So I send it now.
All right. Isaiah, you want a difficult question? Isaiah, I'll wait. Take a screenshot of this and try this. I'll just write it down. Rationalize 1 plus root 2 all over 3 minus root 2. Try that. You have that, Isaiah?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah? Okay. Sheena, I finally get
So
it.
don't mind the handwriting because I feel like I do.
Okay, yeah, we definitely
Yeah.
on the higher structure they work in. Yeah, for sure. Right, we had to work on that. So,
I didn't know that was wrong from the start.
like, maths is a very structural thing. So, let me go. So, nobody really having any trouble with this. So, I'm gonna speed through it. So, Sheena, we start off with the square root of 18. What are some ways you could multiply to get 18? Think of any perfect squares. So, what by what is 18?
9 and 2.
9 by 2. Right? What by what is the square root of 50? What would give you 50?
25 by 2.
Right? And so the next line, you're going to split it up. So you're going to split up that into square root of 9, square root of 2, plus square root of 25, square root of 2. Yeah?
Yes.
Now, guys, you don't have to do this, eh? You don't have to say, I mean, it's fine if you have it, but you don't need to do this. Right? So square root of 9, you don't have to do this and then write 3. You could just jump straight to the answer because you could find square root of 9. So Serena, check that out. It would save you time. So Sheena, what is the square root of 9? What's the answer for that? Square root of 9. 3, we know that. So you can just write 3. You're going to write 3 root 2. And what is the square root of 25?
5.
So how much root 2s we have altogether? We have 3 and we have 5 altogether. We have,
8.
right. Which is what we did. We ate, right? We got the question correct. We got ourselves. So this is the ideal working. This is the working markers want to see. So Sheena, you see how after the equal sign, you write back an expression and you go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shay, do you know
Yes, sir.
Shay, do you know the significance of the equal sign? Or
Sure.
you just write it. You just write it.
I feel like I just tried to.
Okay, the equal sign means that whatever on this side had to be equal to this side. So Shay, when you write square root of 18 plus root 50 equal, and you leave this blank, that's like saying this is equal to A. That makes sense? Like logically.
No.
No, that don't make sense. Because check this out, right? If I say 3 is equal, and I just leave that, 3 is equal to what? If I write 1 plus 2, and that makes sense, doesn't that statement make sense? Because 3 is equal to 1 plus 2. Makes sense there, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you put an equal sign, you need to follow it up. You need to follow it up by something. So we're saying that this is equal to this, which is then equal to this, which is then equal to this, and this is equal to the final answer. So, yeah, significance of the equal sign. Shay, let's just run through question 2 real quick. What two numbers I can multiply to get 72?
Me?
Yeah, Shay.
Ah.
30,
I got 36 and 2.
right? And what about an odd sign there for, right? Yeah, 8.
4 and 2.
You're gonna end up with Square root of 36 by the square root of 2. What's the square root of 36?
6.
Square root of 4.
2.
All right. So you're going to end up with 6 root 2.
And 2 root 2. Minus 2 root 2.
If you have 6 or something and you take away 2 of it, you remain with,
4 root 2.
and that's it. Awesome. Let's move on. So Shina, you okay with that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Isaiah, I get a WhatsApp notification back. I'll check it right now. That was you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got through with the question.
Friendship.
Nice. I'll check it just now. So, Shina, let's do this question. So we have 4 by root 12. Shina, is it 4 a surd or is just 4?
4.
Just 4, right? So I'm going to write back 4 is just 4. Root 12, that's a surd, so we could split up that. So what is a perfect square that could go into 12?
4 and 3.
4 and 3, right? Yeah. What is a perfect square that could go into 27?
9 and 3.
Yep. So I'm going to end up with 4 root 4 by root 3 plus 2 root 9 root 3. So you're comfortable with everything I have here so far?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Could we find the square root of 4?
If you could find the square root of 4.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah. 2.
right? So we're going to replace our 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. So 4 by 2 by root 3. And what do you think I should do over here? You tell me.
2 by 3 root 3.
You don't find odd maths easier than maths?
I'll wait to find that one.
You wait to find that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fair point. Right? What is 4 by 2?
8.
Right? 8 root 3. 3 by 2 is?
6.
Right? 6 plus 8.
14.
Right? So we end up with 14 root 3. Easy, right? So this is very easy. So Shin, I feeling like 100, like you're ready. You okay?
I'm feeling good enough. Mm-hmm.
So you think you want one more question or you want to move on to deconstructing surds, which is the same thing but just fractions?
We can move on.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. So I'm gonna throw it into the ocean, right? I see in real potential. So I'm gonna throw it into the ocean. Isaiah. Isaiah, I know you're real good. You don't need no help. Right? Uh Shay, should I throw you guys into the ocean?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. You're probably thinking, like, do we have a choice? You know,
Yeah.
like when our parents ask us something, right? And it's like, I can't really say no, right? That's be real annoying. I know how doing that. Sorry. Right? Root 5 over 3. So I want you guys to try and prove. By the way, anytime you see RTS, it means required to show. If you see RTP, it means required to prove. So they're asking you to show that this is the same thing as this. Now, something else I should also discuss. Sheena, if you have the square root of AB, and we could write that as root A by root B, yeah or no?
Yes, sir.
So it's the same thing for division. If you had the square root of A over B, I could write that as root A over root B. So just keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. I'll write that down over here. And you all can attempt question 1. Things to note. Equals Shina, you're looking at that 25 and saying, I got for 5 one time, and square root of 25 is 5. That's what you're thinking, and yeah, you're not that straightforward. So I'm giving you all 3 minutes for this. 3 minutes. In the meantime, Isaiah, I'm gonna check out what you sent me. Yeah, Isaiah, what you sent me is correct. Excellent job. By the way, Isaiah, and the rest of you guys, I made a book that, so like, I went and retype and redraw all the diagrams, and basically this book contains all the questions arranged by topics. So like, if you'd be interested in getting a copy, you go let me know. But this has all the questions from like 2012 to 2025 arranged by topics. So Isaiah, say like you're feeling to revise log, surds, and indices, just go to the chapter and they have all the questions for log, surds, and indices in the history of CXC. All right, so if you're all interested in getting a copy, you'll send me a message. The cost is $150. But that being said, here's our question I go. Shit, that was too easy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, try the rationalization question in the meantime, no? This is too easy.
The one that you showed before?
You want to show Isaiah. So try 1, you
I
2.
did try that.
You did try it already?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the way I wrote the working is kind of incorrect. Let's send it.
Sheena, are you seeing the light at the end of the tunnel for this question? Yeah or no?
I've seen our people, but we'll see.
I like that. I will start using that from now on. Yeah. All right. So the time is up, more or less. So, Sheena, let's answer the question. So the square root of 25 over 45. First thing we're going to do is we're going to break that up. So we're going to break it up into the square root of 25 all over the square root of 45. That is what we're going to do. And so, Sheena, square root of 25. Notice that in our final answer, we still want the square root of 5. So do you think we should just break this down to 5? Yes or no? So let me say that one more time. So Sheena, in the final answer, are you seeing just 5 or the square root of 5? What are you seeing?
Square root of 5.
So you understand that you can't find the square root of 25. If you do that, you're going to get just 5. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna ask you this. How could you multiply to get back 25? Remind me what by what is 25? What two numbers will give you back 25? I promise it's not a trick question. It's a perfect square, so what two numbers will give you back 25?
5,
5 by?
5,
Right. And what numbers you thinking of would give you 45 back? Remember, it should be a perfect square. So think of a perfect square by 45. I mean to give you back 45. What's a perfect square that could give you back 45? Is it 4, 9,
9, sir.
9 by what?
5,
Right? So root 5 by 5, we could break up that into the square root of what?
5,
You understand what I just want to do?
mm-hmm.
You see that kind of unsure.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Understand.
So it's the same thing like what we was doing here. Like if you have root 4 by 3, you just split it up, right? And over here now, tell me what to write in the denominator.
0 to 9, 0 to 5.
Right. Are you seeing anything that could potentially cancel off?
The 9 into the 3. Into 3. I don't know. Oh, the 5s, right.
Yeah, the 5s.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Root 5 and a root 5 would cancel off. And that would leave you with the square root of 5 over the square root of 9. And what's the square root of 9 equal to?
3.
Yeah. Do we get the final answer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so anytime you do not require to prove or require to show question, you typically end off by saying Q dot E dot D. You could write that, or you could draw SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, no, actually, you're just gonna pass square. Just gonna pass square, right? So anytime you're doing a RTS or a RTP question, when you finish, put QED or put a square to show that you finished the question. Right. Let's move on to another question. All right, one more question like this. I'm giving you all 2 minutes because I've seen everybody getting through with it. Required to prove that square root of 64 over the square root of 80 right, I'm giving you all 2 minutes. 2 minutes this time. We're moving on speed. Right? Yeah, take 2 minutes and do that. Right, so Isaiah, I'm gonna give you something to challenge your intellect. Okay, so try that for me. That should occupy your time. She, let me see what you did here. All right, so she, yeah, that's correct. We could improve on it a little bit, but yeah, that's the general gist of it. I'm gonna send the question on the chat that I sent to Isaiah. So if any other real bad, I'll like to try that question. So Isaiah, that question going to be very long, right? But do you know how you would attempt it?
No.
Nah. Okay, so Isaiah, when you look at the question, ain't you seeing a bunch of fractions with different denominators?
Yeah.
So you'd have to find the LCM. Now the LCM would be the product of all the denominators there. So quite a lot of denominators. And so you'd have to do binomial expansion 3 times. And you'd have to find it's just basically LCM. That whole question is just basically LCM, but the fact that I have to multiply root 2 plus root 3 by root 3 plus root 5 by root 5 plus root 2, that's what makes it very difficult. So maybe I should give you an easier one. But yeah, you can do that question for homework if you want, right? Okay, let's continue. Sheena, did y'all get the answer for question 2? Yeah or no? Serena, you're all awfully quiet. Did you get through with question 2?
Yeah, I just sent it.
Okay. Sheena, what about you? Did you get through with question 2?
Not fully.
Not fully. All right. Well, let's tackle the question on the board. All right, Serena, I seen you. I saw your message. So, Serena, are you able to talk by chance? I remember last class you were trying to unmute, but I wasn't hearing you. Oh, shucks.
Did you hear
Yeah.
me?
I hear you very slightly, very, very slightly.
Okay.
Try talking louder.
Are you hearing me clearly now?
Guys, ain't you all hearing Serena, but like very quiet? Oh, I just hearing things. Serena, try talking loud, like somebody take your food in the fridge. And you get back to him.
Could you hear me now?
Okay, we could hear you a little bit, but we could hear you. Okay, good. So, Serena, what is giving you trouble in question 2?
Um,
If you're talking, I can't hear. That is okay, Serena. You could you could communicate with me through WhatsApp, right? I'm not hearing you so well. Yeah, right. But don't feel scared to voice your any problems you're having. So, Sheena, let me start off strong, right? What do you think I should write the square root of 64 as?
8.
Okay, I should write it as just 8.
Oh,
Just 8. What do you think I should write the square root of 64 as? Check out the previous question. It wasn't the smartest thing to write it as 5. So what do you think I should do with the square root of 64? So Sheena, not hearing you by chance if you're talking. Ooh. Sheena, Thomas. Anybody here in Sheena? Sheena, you don't have to feel nervous, It's okay. All right. Isaiah, you want to help me with question two?
That would be root 16 times 4
Okay, root 16 times 4. All right. Root 16 times 4.
over root 16 times 5.
All right. Right, and then we're going to split it up. So we're going to split it up into root 16 by root 4 all over root 16 by root 5. What is the square root of 16? But since we have square root of 16 there and there, what we could do,
Cross them off.
cross them out, right? And we end up with root 4 over root 5. What's the square root of 4?
2.
All right, so we end up with 2 over root 5. Is that what they wanted?
No.
No, which means that we have to do what? Starts with R. Starts with R. R-A. It kind of sounds like a rat.
Rationalize.
Rationalize. Because if you notice in the final answer, are you seeing any square root sign in the denominator?
No.
No. So, Shayna and Serena. Shayna, you said that you didn't do odd masses yet. So this is kind of unfair question for you. This is like a precursor to rationalization. So, Shayna, in the final answer, are you seeing any square root signs in the denominator? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, but you see that square root sign over here. And
Yes.
so that is real pressure. And you're scratching your head now. You're saying, nah, what to do? Did you learn any rules so far to get rid of a square root sign? Were there any rules we learned so far that could allow us to get rid of a square root sign? Yeah or no? Let me check back your rules.
Multiplying it by itself, basically.
Yeah, multiplying it by itself. Shina, check it out. And if you multiply something by itself, you get rid of the square root sign.
Yes, sir.
So if we want to get 5, what do you think I should multiply root 5 by? So what rule would allow us to just get 5? Think back to the rule. Root A by root A is equal to A. So what do you think I should multiply by?
Root 5.
Yeah, I should multiply by root 5. And if I multiply by root 5 in the denominator, where should I also do it?
In the numerator.
Right. And if I do that, what do I end up with? So 2 by root 5 is just 2 root 5. And root 5 by root 5 is?
5.
Yes. So, Sheena, that is what rationalization is, by the way. So I kind of introduced it with that question, but that's rationalization. You saw how we got rid of the square root sign? That's what it means to rationalize, to get rid of the square root sign in the denominator. So this question was a little tricky.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sheena, you did the question a bit differently. Would you like to explain to the class how you did it? It's a little different, not too different, but you want to explain it to them? You want to be a teacher for like 5 minutes? She. I think I said Sheena. She. You did it slightly differently. You did it slightly differently. You want to be a teacher for 5 minutes and explain to the class how you did it? You did it correct. You did it.
Sure,
Yeah or no?
sure.
Sure. You can be honest with me, if you don't want to do it, You know how to do it.
Now I'll do it.
All right. So Sheena, the Miss, no, sorry, I said Sheena. Yeah, Miss Shay. Um, explain, explain. So how
Well,
did you do?
basically, instead of the 16 times 4 and the 16 times 5, I did the root 8 by root 8 over root 8 by root 10.
All right. So now you had to pause and ask if they understand it.
They
Yeah.
don't understand that. And I had that equal to root 8 over root 10.
Shay, you see how it is feel when nobody answer you? You know what it feel like? When you go to give somebody a bounce and they just like they forget to give back a bounce. Yeah. Or like when you go and get some like dab somebody and you just leave your hand in the air. That's what it feel like. Like wait. Yes. Sheena, you understand what she did? So instead of 16 by 4, she said, well, instead of what Isaiah did, she said 8 by 8. Understand? Sheena, let me know if you understand that. So instead of,
Mm,
she said 8 by 8. Yeah or no?
yeah.
And instead of 16 by 5, she said 8 by 10. And 8 by 10 was
Yes,
so,
sir.
right? Yeah, so Shane, continue. What did you do next?
I had it equal to the root 8 over root 10 because when I cross out the roots 8 from each other,
Right.
and then
What next?
be below that, I had root 4 times root 2 over root 2 times 5, root 5.
So ask them if they understand.
You all understand that.
Yeah, so be like, Sheena, you understand this? Or Isaiah, you understand this?
Yes.
I gotta say yes, miss, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, so what next?
You
What next?
cross out the two root 2's over each other.
Wait, you gotta break it up first.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, when you get advanced, you don't have to do all of this baby steps, you know. You can jump straight to this. But I'm now teaching it, so I take my time.
Yeah.
Right, so the root 2 cancel off, right?
And then you get root 4 over root 5.
Right? And the square root of 4 is 2. So what?
Yes. Now you have to do the reciprocal thing with the root 5 over multiply. You multiply the root 5 over root 5.
Okay, so reciprocal is not the correct word to use there.
I forgot the word.
And it's not even conjugate. You would say conjugate when you're dealing with a sum or a difference. Over here, you're just simply multiplying by the denominator. That's it.
Mhm.
You're multiplying by root 5 because root a by root a is a. Right? So you're gonna multiply the top and the bottom by
Root 5.
right. Sheena, we good?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, you'll get like really good at this. Don't worry. Like it's easy. And Sheena, remind me, what is root 5 by root 5?
What? Oh,
5.
5.
Yeah.
5.
And what is the name of this process by which we get rid of the surd in the denominator? What do we call this? What is this process called? Starts with R, sounds like rat. Sounds like my sister. Rats. Any other let's call his siblings like rats hunting? I guess not. I guess it's me that just bully my siblings. But it's called rationalization. This step here, by which we get rid of the denominator, but we're not getting rid of it. We're getting rid of the surd sign. That's called rationalization. All right. So Sheena, you saw how we got rid of the square root sign, and we end up with just 5.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's called rationalization. So Sheena, you have a sibling?
Yes, sir.
Do you like older or like younger?
Older.
Oh, so that must trouble you.
Mm-hmm.
right? So this process here is called rationalization. Right. So that being said, I've given all you some time to copy that down. You can copy down any method you want. And let's move on to rationalization, shall we? You all already saw what rationalization is. So we could kind of speed through that. Rationalizing. All right, Isaiah, are you getting through that question I sent? I sent you an easier one. Oh, I sent it on the chat. Did I? Yeah, I sent it on the chat. Isaiah, are you getting through the last question I sent on the chat?
I'm gonna start, you know.
Okay. So once you guys have everything on the screen, let me know so I could scroll down. Right? So you go tell me, right? Sheena, Serena, they go tell me.
You can scroll.
Could scroll? All right. All right, so Sheena, rationalizing something means that you're gonna get rid of the surd from the denominator. So Sheena, tell me, what would I multiply root 8 by to end up back with just 8?
Root 8.
Simple, real easy. And if I'm doing that in the denominator, I have to do it where?
The numerator.
Right. And so we're gonna end up with what?
4 root 8 over 8.
Did that simplify?
Yes, so
Yeah. We have
wait,
yeah. I listening.
yes, so, 8 could go into 4 and 4.
So the final answer will be
4, 8 could,
yeah. So 4 into 4 is 1, and 4 into 8 is
2, so
so is 1 by root 8.
root 8.
Right? Just root 8, and in the denominator you just have 2. So my final answer is root 8 over 2. Okay,
Yes, so
cool. Shina, is it that you feel nervous because you don't know anybody here? And it's like you don't want to say something that's wrong?
I don't.
No, it's a valid reason to feel nervous, eh? Because, like, I gotta admit, I didn't know you guys. I cannot, even though I just do crazy things and, like, have lives for like 17 hours and meet a bunch of people, it still feel a little bit nerve-wracking, right? Because I don't know any of you guys. So you have a reason to feel nervous, but it's okay. Speak your mind, right? Speak your mind. So, Sheena, we're gonna try root 2 over 3. And I want you to tell me what to do. So I have root 2 over 3. How am I gonna work that out? What is the first thing I have to do?
Separate it, write it.
All right, we're gonna separate it into root 2 over,
Root 3.
right? What's next?
Root 3 by root 3.
Right. Over here and on top. So what are we gonna get on top? So we have root 2 by root 3. So this come like the rule that root A, B is equal to root A by root B. So think to yourself, what do you think root 2 by root 3 is? What would that combine to give you?
Root 6.
Yeah, that's correct. Root 6, because that would work out to be root 2 by 3 as the full working. And what is root 3 by root 3?
3.
Right, so your final answer is just root 6 over 3. Simple. I'm going to give you all one more before I move on. One more. Isaiah, how things coming along with our question? Again, through the LCM? Isaiah?
The pressure.
Pressure, and
Yeah.
So here what, right? You're going to find the LCM. The LCM for that would be root 2 plus root 1 by root 2 minus 1. And you would just work it like you would normally. So imagine if you had a quarter plus a third, right? Or what would the LCM for that be, Isaiah?
12.
Right? Then you would ask yourself, but ends I could write 12. Ends I could write 12 as 4 by 3? Yeah or no?
Yep.
So 4 into 4 by 3, that would just be 3. And then 3 by 1 is 3. Right? 3 into 4 by 3 is just 4. 4 by 1 is 4. So it's a very similar concept you're going to apply to that question. So it's like a similar concept. All right? So try this one for me. We have root Right, so I would like you all to try question 3 for me. I'm giving you all 1 minute. 1 minute. Start. All right, so the time is up. Guys, did we make any progress? Shina, progress? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Close to finishing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. She, what about you? Serena?
Yeah, so
All right.
Serena said she's finished.
I was now going to check the chat. All right, nice, nice. All right, Serena, send me looking. I'll check it one time. Serena, excellent job. That's correct. Right. I'm waiting on an answer from you as well as Sheena and Isaiah. Did my hint help you in any way, shape, or form?
No.
Nah.
I'm trying to define myself first.
All right. So you want me to give another hint? That probably will be easier than finding the LCM.
Yeah.
Try rationalizing both of the terms separately. See if that'll help you. Sheena, that's correct. Why does it look like an odd sign? That looks like an odd sign there. What is that?
It's supposed to be a multiplication sign.
That look like an odd sign. Be careful. And make sure you put a multiply symbol on the top and on the bottom. Right? Yeah. Cool. Let's move on to some harder examples. But before I do that, I just want to do a recap of difference of two squares. All right. So to work this question out, it was just root 7 by root 15 all over, well, it's just this, right, root 15. That's square root of 105. All right, guys, there's more working that could be done over here. There's more working that could be done. Right? Just remind me who here has a Casio.
I have one.
I want you to put the square root of 105 over the square root of 15. What do you get when you put the square root of 105 over the square root of 15? You know how to do that?
So
If you if you're having trouble, tell me. I'll send a video showing you how to do this on your calculator.
7.
Again, root 7, right?
What root 7?
Why is that? Well, let's see. So, Sheena, and I could write this. Wait, actually, give me a second. Wait. Actually, never mind. You can't simplify it. I made a mistake and I wrote, and in my final answer, I wrote a square root sign over there, which should not happen, right? Because Sheena, hence we multiply by root 15. So it's not supposed to have any square root signs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I was doing it. Nonsense. So this is, you can't simplify this anymore. This is the answer, right? Root 105 over 15. That's it. All right, a recap of difference of squares. Sheena, do you know what difference of two squares is? Yeah or no? Difference of two squares.
I don't think we do it. Oh, is the thing with the A squared thing?
Yeah.
The plus minus B. Okay. We
Yep.
didn't do it, but talk.
You're bad. That is why you're bad. Right? So A squared minus B squared. Anytime you see that, you can write it as A minus B by A plus B. Now, let me show you all something real quick. So, Shay, can you hear me?
Yes.
You see that so vex.
No?
You're like, yes, yes. All right, so yeah. You see how these are the exact same terms, but the only difference is the sign in the middle. Can you see that? Some of you see it now. So you see in A, you see in B, A and B. But where's the only difference?
The signs.
Right. So these two are the conjugates of each other. So the conjugates of A minus B. So Shay, what do you think the conjugate of A minus B is? So you're writing back the same thing, but just changing the sign in the middle. Or what the
A plus B.
A plus B, and the conjugate of A plus B is A minus B. Now let me show you why this is important. So we're going to do a quick proof on difference of two squares. A quick proof. So here what? Isaiah, I would like you to give me a binomial expression that's linear in nature. Give me a linear binomial expression. Not hearing you. Say that again. Okay, I'm not hearing Isaiah, but I'm just gonna give you all an example. Shina, when I say binomial, does it confuse you? Do you know what binomial means?
No, sir.
You don't know what it means, right? So you see how we have two terms over there and we're adding it? You see how we have two terms over here and here?
Mhm.
So what binomial means, bi means two. So binomial just means you're adding or you're subtracting two terms. Simple. So these are binomial terms because you have two terms and you're adding them or you're subtracting them. All right, so binomial. And linear just means that the highest power of x is 1. So when I say binomial linear term, I mean something like x plus 7. Right? That's what I mean. So, Shina, how much terms am I adding here? I have x and I have 7. How much terms is that?
It's two terms.
Two. So that's why we're calling it bi, right? So binomial. And so, could you tell me what the conjugate for x plus 7 would be? So the conjugate is the exact same thing, but you're changing the sign in the middle. So I want you to write back x plus 7, but change the sign in the middle.
So x minus 7.
Right, x minus 7. So do you all agree that if I multiplied x plus 7 by x minus 7, it would be a difference of two squares example? Yeah or no? Look at the difference of two squares. A minus b by a plus b. So all the difference of two squares is once you multiply and conjugates, you'll get a squared minus b squared. So Shina, I want you to forget about difference of two squares for now, right? I just want you to focus in on this. Did you ever do binomial expansion before?
No, sir.
Nah, okay. You remember yesterday in maths we was expanding, but we're gonna take it up.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna take it up a notch. So we're gonna start off with this term here. So we have x over there, and I'm going to multiply all the terms in the second bracket by x. So that's the first thing you're gonna do. And after that, you're gonna take the second term and you're gonna multiply that by all the terms in the second bracket. So let's do that, Shina. So we're going to start off with multiplying everything by x. So what is x by x?
X squared.
Right? Then we have x by minus 7. What is x by minus 7?
Um,
So just combine x.
minus 7x.
Yeah, minus 7x. Right? So we finished multiply everything by x. We're going to move on to 7 now. So what is 7 by x?
7x.
Positive or negative? At the time sign. So,
Positive.
right, positive 7x. And then we have plus 7 by minus 7. What is plus 7 by minus 7?
Negative 49.
Right. So, are you seeing anything that could cancel off here? I have minus 7x, 7x. What do you think that would be?
Is it just cancel out?
Yeah, that would just cancel off. And so our final answer is x squared minus 49. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, I want to draw your attention to something. If I were to write this in a difference of two squares form, so a plus b by a minus b, what would a be? A way to look at that. If we so we comparing them right directly. Imagine like I stuck it on top of each other. What is a looking like? What do you think a is over here?
A is x.
I would say that as well, yeah. And what do you think b is?
7.
And doesn't the difference of two squares tell us that you would get a squared minus b squared? Does it tell us that you get a squared,
Yep.
right? So if I did use the difference of two squares, what is a? Remind me, what is a? A is x, right?
Yes, sir.
So it'll be x squared minus b squared. B is 7, right? And so we end up with x squared minus 7 squared. So what is 7 squared?
49.
So let me ask that question, Shana. Did I get the same answer as compared to the long working?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's the power of difference of two squares. Give me a second. Yeah, let me go get some water. I'll like a copy this song in the meantime. Okay, I'm back. So, Shay, you hearing me?
Yes.
So Shay, when you rationalize, right? I noticed that you did the entire expansion, but I'm going to show you that you don't need to do that. You really don't need to do all of that. Did you see what happened over here? So I had x plus 7 multiplied by x minus 7. So you understand the long working, right? X by x is x squared, x by minus 7 is minus 7x. You understand all of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you also able to recognize that you're multiplying the conjugates together? X plus 7 by x minus 7. You can see that?
Yes, sir.
Whenever you have that situation, difference of two squares. So can you see that A would be x and B would be 7?
Yeah.
So our final answer would just be a squared minus b squared. So using difference of two squares, I could avoid doing all of this working and I could just jump straight to my answer. So once you recognize and multiply the conjugates, all you have to do is figure out what a is, figure out what b is, and do a squared minus b squared, and you get the answer. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
So, Shay, if you had to do something like this, and you would have just expand it out like that,
Yeah, I thought it was for maths.
if you state difference at two squares, you get the full marks, right?
Hmm.
But you see, it really don't make sense to do all this, right? Because watch, what end up happening here? What end up happening over there?
It just disappears.
It just disappears. And so that's how we end up with the difference of two squares. So once you recognize that something is in the difference of two squares, we could just use a squared minus b squared. So as soon as you all have this copy down, let me know.
I copied it.
Okay, great. Let me give you all another example. Let's just say we had something like root 2 minus 7. Root 2 minus 7. What is the conjugate of that shape?
Root 2 plus 7.
Yeah, root 2 plus 7. Let me ask that question. What looking easier? Doing a squared minus b squared or like manually multiplying conjugates by each other?
The a squared minus b squared.
We go see, right? We go see. So let me do the full work in here. So root 2 minus 7 by root 2 plus 7. Can you see that we multiply any conjugates by each other?
Yes.
So is it an example of difference of two squares?
Yes.
Yes, once we multiply any conjugates, difference of two squares. And so let me do the working now, right? So we're going to multiply root 2 by root 2. We're going to multiply root 2 by plus 7. Nice. Then we're going to multiply minus 7 by root 2. And then minus 7 by plus 7. So what is root 2 by root 2 shape?
2.
2. What is root by root 7? I mean, what is root 2 by plus 7? Root 2 by plus 7.
7 root 2.
Right? So plus 7 root 2. What is minus 7 by root 2?
Minus 7 root 2.
And what is minus 7 by plus 7?
Minus 49.
Okay, what ends up happening? Can you tell me?
7 root 2 disappears because we cancels out each other.
Exactly. And so you're going to end up with 2 minus 49, right?
Yes.
And what is 2 minus 49?
47.
Minus 47, right?
Yeah.
Now look at all our working we do. If you recognize there's a difference of two squares, watch. This is what we ought to do. So tell me, she. What is A and what is B?
A would be the root 2 and B would be the 7.
Right. A squared minus B squared. I will do that one time. Right? So that'll be root 2 squared. I put that in brackets to not confuse anybody. Minus B squared. Right? So what is the square root of 2 squared?
It's 2.
What is 7 squared?
Negative 49.
Bam, look at that. Look at that. You see that? Crazy. Instantly get the answer. So yeah. Once you understand this, we can jump straight into the harder Surds questions. So as soon as you all have this copy down, let me know. I'll move on. Right? Shayna, tell me, are you confused?
No, sir.
Now you good?
Yes, sir.
You know, we had a meme, like when you're in math class and you look away and you look back. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Never happened to you?
Once or twice.
Once or twice? Or like you fall asleep in class or?
No.
Nah, okay. Any of you all here want to be engineers?
I'm considering it, but I don't know. My options are open.
Okay, if you want, I could show you engineering maths. Because
Huh?
I finished in electrical engineering, electrical and computer
Mm.
engineering. I will show you the maths. And you go,
Uh,
this is something you want to do. The maths fun, eh? I like the maths, but it's kind of intense. It is.
I was looking into computer science.
Okay, nice. So like my degree, it's kind of like a double major because it's electrical and computer engineering. And I'll be honest with you, I really like electrical, eh? the programming and thing, I could do without it, but if you like programming and thing, you go have fun.
I like coding and that kind of stuff, so
Okay, well, you should enjoy yourself.
yeah.
But if you like that strictly, just do computer science or software engineering.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Because I like transformers, the maths, the physics behind it. That's what I really like. Not so much the programming. But
I
I could
like writing code.
uh
Yeah.
so does everybody have this copy down? Let me know, guys.
I have written it down.
All right. Sheena, do you have everything copied down?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, Serena. Serena, is there anything here that you don't understand? She did a good job. What did she say in the chat?
She has written it down and she's understanding everything.
That's great. Excellent. Isaiah, I see that you sent me the working and you did get it correct. That's really impressive, Isaiah. That's really impressive. I'm gonna send down the chat. Ole Isaiah real bad and all. Let me show you what he get correct. Osha, man is a beast, right? But you guys gonna reach that point. Isaiah going into Form 5. Isaiah, you just come to this class to vibes, you know. I feel like you just come here to lie, to chill. Right? So let me move on to the harder case. A lot of things in hard maths is only look hard, but like it's very easy. Examples. So Shane, you have like Visual Studio downloaded and thing.
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. Cool. You could only code in C++ or like,
I want to learn more. I want to like do JavaScript and stuff like that.
okay, all right. I only know C++ and Python. C++ and Python.
I know HTML and C++.
Oh, and I know latex. That's like our maths language. That's more like maths programming. They had to know for like MATLAB and thing,
All right.
simulate and stuff. All right. So I want to bring something to your attention. Shana,
Yes, sir.
if you look at this, does it have a square root sign in that?
Yes, sir.
Does it have a square root sign in this?
Yes, sir.
When I multiply them together, does my answer have any square root sign in it?
No, sir.
No, so that's what we after. That is what we want. So, here what? You remember in the last couple of examples, you would just multiply by root 8, or you would just multiply by root 3. Yeah? In this example, you're going to multiply by the conjugate, which is what I was showing you guys. So, Shana, what is the conjugate of root 3 plus 2? What is the conjugate of that?
Root 3 minus 2.
Yeah, root 3 minus 2. And we already know that is a difference of two squares, and
Yes, sir.
yeah. And we had to do that on top as well. So let's work out the top first. So the top is going to be 4 by root 3 minus 2, close bracket. And Shana, could you tell me what A and B is? What is A and B? Like in the denominator, what is A and B? What do you think A and B is?
Root 3 is A.
Right? And B is?
Is B.
B is 2. And so we know it's difference of two squares, so we're going to end up with A squared minus B squared. So A is root 3, so we're going to square that. So you can do this work into the side, right? And B is 2, we're going to square that. And so we end up with root 3 squared, which is just 3, minus 2 squared, minus 4. So we end up with what? What is 3 minus 4?
-1.
Right. So this is what I want you guys to do. So somewhere you're gonna say difference of two squares was used in the denominator. Right, so you could write this little statement, and in the denominator, you could put √3 squared minus 2 squared, right? So, Shay, are you confused by anything I did at all?
No, I understand everything.
Great. So I just building up upon what we learned so far. That's all I'm doing. So you all could see that A is √3 and B is 2. And all I did was I used difference of two squares. Great. Let's simplify the top now. So think back to what we did yesterday in maths. I'm not sure what happened there. Give me a moment. Technical difficulties, guys. Are you back inside? You back inside? Yeah, so I want somebody to help me expand it up. So Isaiah, expand it up for me. So we have 4 on the outside, and we have √3 and -2 on the inside. So help me expand that.
4 retreat. Subtract it.
Right? That's correct. So 4 by √3 is just 4 √3. 4 by -2 is -8. And in the bottom, that's going to simplify to 3 minus 4. And that's going to be equal to 4 √3 -8 all over -1. I feel like I'm going to lose some of you guys here, for sure. The final answer is going to be -4 √3 plus 8, which I could then write as 8 minus 4 √3. If I lose you, tell me now. If I lost you there, tell me. I can't change the color. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on with the software. Wait. Yeah, I can't change the color. That's a bit weird. But Shay, you okay with everything up to this point?
I'm okay with everything.
Everything? Sheena, are you okay up to this point?
Yes.
What about over here? I cannot lose here when I divide by -1. Yeah or no? Tell me, did I lose you over here?
No, sir, actually.
No?
Because when you divide no the signs, the negative and negative is that. Yeah.
Okay, well, great. That's excellent then. I'll put the work in here as well. So 4 √3 over -1, right? And then we would have -8 over -1. And that's how we got -4 √3. And that's how we got +8. And all I did was I just switched the order. As everybody knows, addition is commutative. It doesn't matter how you write it. It would mean the same thing. So that's how we're getting 8 minus 4 √3. Serena, could you just confirm whether or not you understand it in the chats?
She said yes. She
Yeah.
understands.
Okay, nice. I know it's already 4 o'clock, but I want to give you all one more question and then we will wrap up. Right? One more question. It's 4 o'clock already. That's crazy. So, Shay, this question is for you because I know you was telling me you have problems rationalizing, right? It shouldn't be that much of an issue now because the difference of two squares trick is goated. It saves you a lot of time. The top might give you some trouble though. So we will see. I'm gonna give you all this question. Let me see how you all could handle it. And this is the kind of questions that would come in the exam. So 2 plus √9, and then I'm going to put 6 minus Yeah, I would like you all to give that a go. Does everybody know what they have to multiply by on the top and bottom? Come on now. Yes or no? Shayna, you know where you have to multiply on the top and bottom?
I think so, sir.
You think so? All right. Isaiah, I know you know. Shay, you know what to multiply on the top and bottom?
Yes, sir.
And you're able to recognize difference of two squares, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Given all your 4 minutes, I think 4 minutes is plenty time for a question like that. Next class, we're going to start indices. So we pretty much finished with surds. So Isaiah, um, since you were able to get through with the question with 2 terms, would you like to try the question with 3 terms this time?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you could try that. And Isaiah, how are you with exponential equations? Like 9 to the power 3 minus 2x minus 3 to the power 3x, and those kind of questions. Where you have to form,
To solve them.
yeah, are you okay with those questions?
I think so.
Think so? All right. Well, I'll give you some special homework. Ladies, I would give you all some questions to rationalize. That's all the homework. And I'll throw in some tricky questions for those who could do it. All right, guys, how are we going? How are we proceeding? Sheena, is the top giving you some trouble?
I realized I read the question wrong like halfway through. So
Wait.
I'm
Oh.
I'm doing it again.
Um, question. Do you think the top will also be different to two squares or just the bottom? What do you think, Shina? Do you think the top would also be different to two squares, or it's just the bottom? I'm not hearing you. Shane, do you think it's do you think the top would also be different to two squares, or just the bottom?
Just the bottom.
Yeah, just the bottom. Right? To do work out the top, you'd have to manually expand it. You'd have to do the full working. You can't do the a squared minus b squared. So I guess then you all need some more time. I will wait until I get the first answer. All right, so Shay, don't forget to put the multiply sign there because I don't know what's going on there in the middle. I just see an empty space. It looked like it have a wall. It looked like it had a Great Wall of China between them. Yeah, you had to put a sign. I really don't know what's going on there. You had to put a multiply sign, right? All right. So 2 by 6 is 12. 2 by root 2 is 2 root 2. Right. 6 by root 9. Right. Shay, you make a little mistake.
The the root the 3 is supposed to be 3 to root 2. Sorry, not
Wait,
root 9.
check that back. 6 by 2 is 12. 2 root 2 then. Right. Then 6 by root 9. Mm-hmm. Then root 18. So that would turn to, so that's 6 root 9. That root 9 would turn to 3. So you get 18. And that would turn to, that'll be 2 by root 9. Yeah, so that's supposed to be, that would have been root 2 by,
Yeah.
yeah, root 9. Okay. Sheena, how are things progressing? And Serena, how are things progressing?
Decent.
Decent? Are you having trouble working out the top?
Slight.
Slight? Okay, well, let's build the question together, right? So you remembered how I would have expanded this, like the full working. Remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
we're gonna do the same thing over here. So what should I multiply the top and bottom by?
Sorry, wait, sir.
So what should I multiply the top and the bottom by?
6 plus 2 squared.
6 plus root 2. So you could write it like that if you want, or you could just write this. What do you prefer? Sheena, would you prefer to write it like that, or you just prefer to write the multiply on the top and bottom? What do you prefer?
It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter. Okay. Then the next thing you're going to do, you're taking your time, eh? You're taking your time. You're going to write 2 plus root 9. You're going to put that in brackets. Then you're going to write 6 plus root 2. And in the denominator, you're going to write 6 minus root 2. Right? 6 plus root 2. Are you confused by anything I've done thus far?
No, sir.
No? Okay. All right. Let's begin to multiply. So on the top, is this a difference of two squares?
Mm,
So what makes a difference of two squares? Well, you're looking for a conjugate. Are you seeing the conjugate of 2 plus root 9? That would be 2 minus root 9. Are you seeing that over here?
no, sir.
Nah, so this is not difference of two squares. So you have to expand it, like get it to the whole working. So to do that, you're gonna multiply the first term by everything in the second bracket. So you're gonna, and after you're done with that, you're going to take the second term in the first bracket and multiply by everything in the second bracket. So let's do that. So Shayna, what is 2 by 6?
12.
So you continue. So we do 2 by 6. What next?
2 by the 2 root, which is just squaring it.
What would that be? Shayna? Guys, did she say give her a minute? I'm not sure if I heard her properly. Shay, you heard what her last words was?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. Hmm. Shayna, let me know if you're hearing me. Can I hear it, Shayna? Then let's continue, Shay. So you understand that we multiplied 2 by 6. Now we're going to
Yes.
multiply 2 by root 2. What is 2 by root 2?
2 by root 2 is 2 root 2.
Right, because if you have 1 root 2 and you multiply by 2, you know you have 2. So 2 root 2. Cool, we finished multiplying 2. Let's move on to the root 9. What is root 9 by 6?
That would be 6 root 9.
Right? And then we're going to multiply the root 9 by the root 2. So I'm gonna take my time. So I'm gonna write root 9 by root 2. Shina, are you back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look at this and tell me if you're confused.
No, sir.
No? So tell me what to do in the denominator now. So what is A and what is B in the denominator?
6 is A. Surds is D.
And what is B?
D minus root.
Nah. B is root 2. So A is 6.
Oh, crap. Sorry.
And now we're going to do A squared minus B squared. So in the bottom, you're going to write 6 squared for A squared minus root 2 squared for B squared. Let me know if that confusing.
No, sir.
Okay, let's simplify the top. So I'm going to write back 12. Could 2 root 2 simplify, or am I going to leave it like that? What do you think? Could I simplify 2 root 2, or am I going to leave it like that?
Leave it like that.
Yeah, we're going to leave it like that. You can't really do anything with that. Right? What about 6 root 9? Could you find the square root of 9?
3.
Right? So I'm going to write 6 by 3, and let's work this part out now. What is the square root of 9?
3.
So we end up with 3 root 2. In the denominator, what is 6 squared?
12. Oh, sorry.
You said that real loud. 36, right? And
Yes, sir. What did I say?
what is root 2 squared?
2.
Right? On top. Let we just simplify here first. What is 6 by 3? 6 by 3 is,
Oh, sorry, 18.
right? And what is, well, 3 by root 2? I can't simplify that. What is 36 minus 2?
24.
Cool. Are you seeing any like terms on top?
The 12 and the 16 and the
Right, I'm seeing 12 and the 8. And I'm also seeing plus 2 root 2. And I'm seeing 3 plus 3 root 2. So, cool. So what is 12 plus 18? What is 12
30.
30? And what is 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2?
5 root 2.
Excellent. All over.
34.
And that's it. Yeah. So that's the hardest question you could get at this level. How you feeling?
Good.
All right. So I think you need some homework. So I'll give you all like 2 to 3 questions with homework. And until then, I will see you guys. Well, I'll see you in Somalia tomorrow as well. Right? I'll see the rest of you all Monday. Before I end class though, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any feedback? Would you like me to move faster? Do more questions? Tell me. Give me some feedback. Or is this pace good? Because we finished the whole Surds. Let me know, guys. Shay, don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
I was about to say, I think you can move faster, but I don't know about anybody else. That's just me.
Okay, move faster. Sheena, would you prefer me to move faster or like the pace I'm moving at is okay? Be honest to yourself.
I think the pacing of that is okay, but I'm willing to move faster if that's the classroom.
Okay. You see, the thing is, Sheena, I know you never did AdMaths before. So I really don't want to speed up too fast, but I will try to speed up in the next session. If you feel like you're falling behind, you'll tell me, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? So that's it for Surds. Let me just give you all the homework one time. Homework. Guys, could we find the square root of a negative number? Yes or no?
I kind of forgot.
Say that again?
I kind of forgot how to do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. Okay, I can't find the square root of a negative number. Yeah. You know why?
No.
No. If I ask you where's the square root of 64, enter asking you what two numbers could multiply to give you back 64, like what two exact same numbers will give you 64? Yeah? Yeah or no?
Yeah.
And
Oh, you can't multiply two negative numbers together to get negative.
exactly. So you can't find the square root of a negative number. You can't find log of a negative number. You can't find, there's no powers that will give you a negative number. So just some things to keep in mind when you move forward. -4 plus root. So I'll give you all those two questions of homework, and we have a tricky question. So, Shay, this question is for you, right?
Yay.
Isaiah, I know you already handled up that question, the answer in the chat, so I'm going to change up the question slightly. Isaiah, you can just delete where you sent in the chat. I don't want anybody using it. I want them to figure it out on their own. All right. Well, that's okay. I'll go thank Isaiah. He cannot give all a little assistance there. So actually, well, it's not really red, it's pink, but for some reason I can't really change the colors. So we're gonna do with pink.
They said you should stay away from red flags.
Sometimes you have to face it head on and, learn from it. If it's one reoccurring theme in maths, you're always trying to find for X. You're always trying to find for X, always. So I give you only a red flag. I give you only a red flag for homework. Right? If I just do easy questions, I'll not gonna gain anything. So look at red flag. So I want you all to prove, so required to prove that this is equal to 2 root 3. So you all could do that for homework. Would you like any hints or not? No hints?
I want to try it without the hint.
Okay, well, good. So yeah, guys, take a screenshot. I mean, I'll send in these notes anyway, right? So I'll copy it down and just send the notes.
I already copied it down.
Okay, well, good. So yeah, thanks for coming to class today. I will see some of you guys tomorrow and the rest of you next week. Later, guys. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, so.